Hello there, YouTube family. It's just me, Ro, and I am coming on to welcome you to my channel. For those of you who are new, maybe just stopping by for the first time, I am trying to do things just my way. Hence the name of my channel. It's just my way. At this point in my life, I'm about to turn 64 very soon, and things have really changed for me in the last year. And I am going to go with the flow because it's the path of least resistance, I think, and what makes most sense for me. So if you watch my weigh-in, you'll know that I am back on Weight Watchers, giving it my best shot. And I have to tell you that I did not, you know the saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I don't like the word fail. Failing to plan is fine with me. But if you don't do that, it can sometimes lead you into, yes, okay, planning to fail, but you didn't really actually plan to fail, did you? I know I didn't, but it just ends up not being a good way to go about things. The more planning that you can do, especially when you're trying something new or you're going back to doing something you used to do, is an adjustment and does require some thinking and sometimes a little plan of action. So I didn't have that going back into Weight Watchers this time. It was kind of more of a, I don't want to call it impulsive. Some might call it that, but it wasn't a planned thing. Literally, it just happened because I had made up a really nice eating plan for myself, and it is an easy eating plan for me. My problem isn't doing a specific eating plan as much as it is I think all of my years and years and years of dieting has caught up with me emotionally and physically and otherwise, and it's like become a dread, where before I used to welcome it, I used to accept it, embrace it, and just do it. And so without going into a half an hour conversation about that, I just wanted to give you the backstory a little bit before we do what I eat in a day. Now, the first day is that I recorded what I was doing, because I think on Wednesday I did try to do Weight Watchers and I kind of really just dabbled with it. But on Thursday and Friday, I definitely did follow the plan as best I could. And Thursday didn't end well because there was no plan for the night eating. And so you'll see what I've eaten on Thursday, and then I'm going to pop back in the end and explain both days. If I may pop in the middle after Thursday's clip, just to make things more clarified for you. But could have went better, could have gone better. But you know what? My coach Michelle posted something the other day in our Facebook group, and it was perfect. She posted the word perfect. And what do you think about the word perfect? What do you think it means? Think about that for a second. Literally nothing is perfect if you look at what the definition of perfect is. So life isn't perfect. Why should a weight loss plan be perfect? Why should we expect ourselves to be perfect at something when it comes to our weight loss when life isn't perfect, right? So I really had an appreciation for that post that she put up, and I really identified with it, especially right now. So without further ado, let me turn you around and let's get this show on the road, so to speak, and we'll chat again later. This is another eating day for me. I'm having 2 hard-boiled eggs. I've already had most of my Nutrisystem shake, and I have always put aside 400 mLs of almond milk for my tea and coffee throughout the day. So that does it for breakfast. This is what I'm having for my lunch today. It is a nice tossed salad with a 1/2 ounce of reduced fat cheddar cheese. I have some grape tomatoes in there and some red grapes. And I forgot to bring with me the raw onion. I always love that in my salad, especially when it's like a Tex-Mex salad. So on here I put some of that salsa that I love and some of that Herdez guacamole sauce. My sandwich is a Nutrisystem Southwest Fiesta Melt. It has brown rice, black beans, corn, and cheese in a hearty whole wheat roll. And in there I have some Boar's Head Gold chicken breast, which is the lower sodium chicken breast that Boar's Head makes. So I'm really looking forward to this lunch today, and I'm going to go enjoy it now. Tonight's dinner is mixed root vegetables with chicken breast. I must say this was an absolutely delicious dinner, one that I will be making again and thoroughly enjoy. Well, hello there. I am back to talk to you a little bit about Thursday's day of eating. So as things went, I was over by 5 points at the end of the day, which I did have because, let's face it, I did not do my Weight Watchers plan for 7 days, or 6 days at that point would have been. So of course I had my 21 weeklies to dip into. 5 weeklies in one shot is not really so bad, as long as you're paying attention as you go along. You know, I could have done a little bit better with that. I did not drink a whole lot of water that day. I wasn't happy about that. I'm never happy about when I don't drink my water, because I think for me it's very good to drink as much water as I can. And my steps, I did not reach my 10,000 steps for that day, which is also something that I have put down as something to work on for this coming week, making sure I get at least 10,000 in, hopefully more. And so I'm plugging in here the snacks so that you can see them and my totals, regarding my points for you. And so why am I not absolutely thrilled and ecstatic? Because I'm just not. I would prefer to have done a little bit better. I'm not beating myself up or anything. It's not a bad thing. I would have just liked to not have used those extra points. But be that as it may be, it's allowed. It's fine moving forward. So now I'm going to show you Friday, and then I'll be back again to close out the video. Welcome to another day of eating for me. And why am I showing you white American bread and light margarine? Because I'm going to pre-track this in my app as 2 slices of this bread for 2 points and 1 tablespoon of the light margarine for 1 point. The slices of bread are 40 calories each. The margarine is 35 calories a tablespoon for anyone who's interested in knowing that info. And I'm looking at points. This will be a 3-point snack for me at the end of my night. This is my usual go-to with regular white American bread, and in the case of this, I always have this in the fridge, so I would have it with this. And so I'm going to take the bull by the horns and pre-plan a snack that makes sense, that's going to satisfy that little need for whatever the reason, that nagging need for it in the end of the day. We'll see. I may have it, I may not. But in the meantime, I've planned for it. Here we have my almond milk. I am going to track 1 point for 14 ounces for the day for tea and coffee, as I usually do. I have almond milk every day. So that's kind of a pre-check thing for me. And I'm going to have 1 very overly ripened banana. How is it that bananas go from being green to perfectly ripened, and then in a heartbeat they go to overly ripened? I don't know. But I will freeze these, and I think I'll experiment and make myself some banana ice cream with them, not to waste food. And then I'm going to have my Nutrisystem ProSync chocolate fudge shake. 32 grams of this is 2 points on Weight Watchers. So the banana is 0 points, and the almond milk will be 1 point, and the protein shake will be 2. So that'll be 3 points starting out my day. What you see here is everything that I will be having to make my lunch for today. I'll start with the salad. I have a mix of arugula and romaine lettuce, some English cucumber. Of course, I have to have a few grapes. I have some roasted red pepper, some Vidalia onion, a few grape tomatoes, and 1 serving of Kalamata olives, which is 1 point on Weight Watchers. Moving on, I'm going to have this Nutrisystem chicken bacon ranch quesadilla entree, and that is 7 points on Weight Watchers. And back here I have my new favorite, Herdez guacamole salsa. I'm going to have 1.5 tablespoons for 1 point of that on my salad as dressing, along with this 0 point mild salsa. I'll top everything off with a little bit of Greek yogurt, and then I will add my mild cheddar. This is 2 points worth, ½ ounce, or 14 grams. And then what I'll do to beef up my protein is have a couple slices of this 0 point Boar's Head Oven Gold lower sodium chicken breast. So I will show you this once it's all plated before I eat it. Here is my lunch all plated, and it is 10 points, but to me it's 10 points well spent, because I'm going to be nice and full when I'm done, and that's going to help me when I go to work tonight. And I'm just going to completely and thoroughly enjoy this meal. Make sure you take good care of yourself by plating your food to make it look nice and appealing, as well as smell nice and appealing to yourself, because that is important. It's a great strategy for being successful on whatever plan you're on. So this is my lunch, chicken bacon quesadilla. I added that extra boar's head chicken into the quesadilla before I heated it up. And yes, I do like my things a bit crunchy. So that's why, as you can see here, it's a crunchy quesadilla. I'm going to go enjoy my lunch now. Yum. This is my snack that I'm going to be having before I go to work today. It is 1 serving of Down and Light and Fit non-fat vanilla yogurt, pardon me. And that is 3 points on Weight Watchers. And I have 1 point worth of Cheerios on top. And in there is a nectarine and a kiwi, which are 0-point foods. So I'm going to go have this, and then I'm off to work. Alrighty then. Things that did not go too well for me on Friday. Well, as you can see, I did better with my use of points in terms of only going over by 1 and using 1 weekly. And on Fridays, my points, my weekly points, and my everything restarts for me because Friday's my weigh day. So I would be back to 21 points on Friday morning for the week. And let me see, I did go over 10,000 steps, partly due to the fact that I was at work. I did expend a lot of energy at work last night. If I look pale and tired today and older, it's because I feel tired and I feel older. It is Father's Day weekend, and it was very busy. Plus, there was inclement weather involved, so people were doing their shopping to try to avoid that weather. Some of them avoided it, some of them didn't. Regardless, it was busy. And so I did expend a lot of energy, and I was very hungry. So the next thing I want to talk about is on days of work, and preferably every day, I will not have 2 shakes a day. I will on work days have a shake in the evening because it keeps me full, and it's easy to have at my register because we're not allowed to have things on our register. However, it's in a flask, so it's fine with the management that we do that. Okay, so that being said, I did not feel that on a work day it's a wise idea for me to have a shake and a banana, let's say, for breakfast, or even 2 eggs for breakfast, because I think I need to have something more filling to carry me for the day. So that's going to be my goal on work days, not to have that shake in the morning. And I was good on water, and I already mentioned my steps and that I only went over by 1 in my dailies, which is perfectly fine. Dinner did not exist. Did not have dinner. This is where my point about poor planning is planning for failure or planning for not doing well that day is more how I like to look at it. And I didn't think it through. And again, part of that has to do with that I just restarted doing Weight Watchers, and I really didn't think certain things through because of time being what it was, timelines being what they were. There wasn't just that much time to think things through as well as I should have or could have, but lesson learned to prepare for tomorrow night when I go to work. The other thing is I will not be attending any night owl meetings on Weight Watchers through the app on days of work, because guess what? I did a little shopping last night after work, didn't get home until 5 to 10. The meeting started at 10, so I already put the meeting on while I was still in the car, and of course I didn't have the video feature or the microphone on, but still I felt very hurried. I wanted to really participate in the meeting. I was a little frustrated. I also was a little frustrated with the meeting because it wasn't a bad meeting, but the topic was the same as one of the meetings I'd already been to in the morning, and I did not feel the need to participate at that hour of night for that reason. I really would have liked it to be more of a connection with people who have eating issues at night, and it seemed to me that the meeting that I attended in the morning about mindset really had a lot more to do, a lot more connection was made by the coach with that issue. So it could be an issue of that's just how the meeting went. I don't know, but they are offered almost every night, sometimes twice a night. So I will definitely make it a point to have participated in a night owl meeting on night that I do not work. So lesson learned there, which is a good thing. What else did I want to say about that? Yeah, I came home really hungry last night, so I ended up just snacking and having and doing, and I'm putting that here for you so you can see it along with the totals. But definitely want to make sure to avoid that situation because that's the situation to set me up for a binge. I had dinner stuff prepped in my fridge. At last resort, I could go and dip into my Nutrisystem if I wanted to. So it wasn't a question of that. It was a question of time going by. Then it's 11 o'clock. Am I going to really start cooking? No, I'm not. And I was really tired enough to really just fall asleep. But I ended up not having a good night's sleep because I didn't have a good dinner. That's what I'm looking at it that way. If I had had a good dinner, a relaxing dinner, even after work at that late time, I would have been setting myself up for a good night's sleep. So again, no problem. Lesson learned. It's good. If things go awry, it's always good to take a step back, look at what happened, and be able to take something good from it, right? I believe so. So that does it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you got something good out of it. If you can relate, please let me know how you're doing in comments because I'm really always interested in knowing about you. This isn't just about me and my journey. I like to share it with you, but I'm also interested in the feedback about how you're doing. That really is always a big plus to me. So please feel free to share. If you don't know about Slim Women Group on Facebook, all the information and the YouTubers that are affiliated with that group, my fellow YouTubers and friends, is 99.9 in every description box of every video I make. So just go in there and check it out. There are links in there for you. And all are welcomed. We are not interested in what you're following in terms of an eating plan. We're just interested in you and how you're feeling and how we might be able to help each other because that's what it's all about. This is a complete support group. And we have several different kinds of plans going on in that group at the same time. And that it really is not, I mean, of course, it's about that because we also have YouTubers that are on different plans. So it can be about that, but also about a lot of support. And it's a very loving group of people. Our chats are wonderful. We have those once a week on Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, and 8 p.m. UK time. And we use the IPSY app. You don't have to use the app. You just use the IPSY program. It's a click right through the Facebook group and you're there. It doesn't cost anything. There are no time limits on the app, and it's really wonderful. So check it out if you're interested. For now, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to thank you again very, very much for watching and for putting up with me and all of my changes. Hopefully, I'll be on Weight Watchers for a while now. My hope is to get this weight off because it needs to come off. I am also very tired because I can't carry this weight. It's killing me. I am hurting today from top of my head to the tip of my toes. Fibromyalgia pain, arthritis pain, yada, yada, yada. Not to complain, but just to say that having the extra weight on our bodies definitely does not help us in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to leave that right there for you. So let's all try together to get healthier by getting rid of this excess weight that we all don't need to have for those of us who have it. And let's do that together because we are in this together. And you are important and you need to take care of yourself. I tell you this all the time. So on that note, may you and your families be blessed always. And I'm going to look very forward to seeing you all again in the next video. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I'm going to hope that you all stay well, my YouTube family. Take good care now.